here. Today I'm going to be working with an exclusive Hip Kit Club sketch. This one is a lot of fun. This one has a lot of elements and looks like a lot of layering happening on in here. And to get this one done, I'm going to work with the April main kit, which has a bunch of fun embellishments to use on that sketch. We've also got some die cuts here. And I'm also going to be using the color kit that was released in April. I love these hexagons and these inks. They're such pretty colors. So follow along with me as I get this one done. I normally like to start off with a 12 by 12 white piece of cardstock, but you could use any background cardstock paper you want to use. I suggest for this one, because it's a very busy sketch, to use something that doesn't have too much pattern on it. So I'm going to just use the plain white here. Okay, here we go. Start off by putting a piece of pattern paper in the background. I cut up this piece, the one with the tickets on it, and I'm using the B side, and I'm just going to place it right onto my 12 by 12 paper. This one is the B side of the Having Fun pattern paper, but again, you can use any piece or any background sheet you want. Okay, next up I'm going to be doing these border strips in the background. They're sitting behind all of these layers. So I'm going to use, let's see, which paper do I want to use? I'm going to use the Due Diligence pattern paper, but I'm going to use the B side of it. Roughly 2.5 inches, and I'm going to eyeball and just trim it down a little bit. Maybe right about here. Again, you can use any pattern paper that you have for this. Just adding a bunch of different colors to this. So here's this. And then for layering purposes, I'm going to add another border strip here on top. Just get that one on there like that. Awesome. So now we kind of have the shape of the sketch. And the cool part about sketches is it's your own interpretation of how you want to look at it. So at this point, we could just kind of add the little pieces that go around that main design. So let's see, where should we start? Okay, I want to add these fun triangle pieces behind my photo. So I found this sheet of paper, the daily routine paper out of the April kit. It looks like almost like a quilt pattern. I'm going to use that as those triangle pieces. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and then I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Let's break this one down. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some squares out of this pattern paper. So there's a square. There's a square. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be enough, but we're going to make it work. So I'm going to line this up get these cut out. We got triangles. Bunch of fun colors on this pattern paper. Ooh. Okay, awesome. So now I've got some triangles to put on my layout. All right, maybe one right here-ish. One right there. Okay, so the sketch shows more triangles than I obviously have here, but it's okay. It's just the interpretation of the sketch. All right. Okay. Then I want to kind of get these circular pieces in there, but instead of using circles, I kind of wanted to add in these hexagon and fill clear stamps. I think these would be fun to work with. So I'm gonna pull these out and add these instead of the circles to my layout. So I'm gonna move my layout off to the side for now. And then I'm gonna stamp some of these. So this stamp set can be found in the color kit, the April color kit, along with some of these Hero Hues stamps. I really like this blue Hawaii color, so let's get that on these hexagons. And this is just, I'm just gonna stamp onto a plain piece of white cardstock, because I'm going to cut some of these out. I'm gonna fussy cut some of it. So first we're gonna stamp the hexagons on there. Awesome. And then I'm gonna take the fill-in hexagon, this one here, and I'm gonna kind of layer it on top. Now, which color do I want to use? Let's try Pool Party, maybe? Maybe Splash. Oh my goodness, so many choices. Okay, maybe Pool Party. Let's try Pool Party. There's always fun colors in the color kits. And it's going to be a little bit off center on purpose just to create dimension. Oh, that's fun. Do another one here. Okay. Be right here. And then without even wiping it off, I'm going to put one right here just for that shadow look. Awesome. Okay, and just because these colors are so pretty, I'm going to stamp a couple more of these hexagons that we can use on our layout. And we'll do another one here, like a shadow. Awesome. And now that we have the hexagons stamped out, I'm going to fussy cut some of these hexagons out. Let's cut these guys out. I love the colors of these inks. They're so pretty. this out over here. I wouldn't worry about being too precise about where you cut, because I'm actually gonna cut this up into different pieces. So I'm gonna actually, I like this shape, so I'm actually gonna just cut into the other hexagon we got, just to create a bunch of different pieces. Okay, so I'm actually going to cut this piece out, and I'm actually going to save this. I know it looks like a random piece of scrap, but I think we could tuck it in there so you won't see all of the missing hexagons. Okay, I'm going to leave those hexagons off to the side. And in the meantime, I'm going to take my photo. This photo is of my twin girls when they were little toddlers doing ballet. Seems like a lifetime ago. And I'm just going to add some pop dots to the back. They're not quite dots, they're more squares, foam squares. Okay, I'm just gonna place this right here-ish. All right, so like I said, instead of the circular pieces, I wanted to use the hexagons from the Hexagon and Fill stamp from the color kit. So let's see, how should we add these? So maybe we could put this one here. Oh, that'd be kind of fun. Okay, I'm gonna put that one right here. This one's kind of fun right here. Okay, I'm gonna put some foam squares on this one as well. If you know me, you know that I love adding dimension. So foam squares is like my favorite thing. Okay, maybe right here-ish. Oop, let's move it over this way. Okay, and maybe we could put some of these down here. Which way should we put it? Maybe this way. If I tuck it in a little bit more. Okay. So something like that. And then these two over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a foam square on this. Maybe here-ish. Or maybe here. This is a pretty color. Oh, maybe right here. Another foam square on this. Oh, maybe here. Yeah, I like it there. Okay. Right here-ish. All right. Okay. So instead of the circles, I used hexagons from the stamp set. Let's see, what else do we want to add on here? There's some fun stars right here we could put, but I want to incorporate some of these fun pieces from the kit. Let me just cut this out so it's easy to turn. I'm never precise when I fussy cut either. I just kind of go about it. Some people love to fussy cut, and some people just do not like it. I'm one of those people that love it. I find it to be relaxing. And I love that on these pattern papers and the hip kits, the flower paper is always so good. This yellow one's fun. Again, I'm totally not even cutting on the line. It's like I'm cutting like a toddler at this point. Yeah, so I never cut directly on the colored line. That's just me. I kind of like that messy look. I'm gonna cut these ones out too. I think these would be fun to add onto my page. Sometimes I end up cutting these things out and then I don't even use them on my projects, but I keep them for future layouts. Okay, there's some. I like this pink right here. I think I'm going to cut this pink out as well. Okay. What else? I also feel like I should cut out some of these leaves. They're just so pretty. I think they would add a lot of layering and texture with these flowers. So I'm going to cut some of these out. It's okay if some of the stems are missing because I'm going to tuck them behind my flowers anyways. Here's one right here we can use. See, and this one's kind of off the page, but I'm going to cut it out anyways. And I'm just going to cut these two like this. And this purple one, although not the entire flower, you could still use and just put it up against an edge and no one would know that it wasn't a full flower. Okay, so now that we've cut out some of the flowers and leaves, I'm going to use that on my layout in place of these stars. So instead of the stars, I'm going to use these flowers. Let's see. This is always the fun part, where to put the flowers. Okay, this one I put a foam square on. So I'm putting this one here. Told you I was really into these foam squares. Just a lot of dimension with these guys. Okay, that one here. Okay, this purple one, again, I said it didn't have the other side to it, but you could just put it up against an edge and no one would really know. So I'm gonna put this one, where should I put it? Here, here. I'll put it over here maybe. Okay, let's put it here behind this. There we go. All right. Can kind of layer this one over here. And this pretty yellow one I want to put down here. Okay. And then these leaves, I'm just gonna add these leaves that I cut out behind some of these to just create maybe over here. What do we think? Maybe here. There we go. Now I feel like this needs a leaf up here. So I still have some of that leftover pattern. So maybe I'll cut out this one here. So I've got this, and I'm just gonna slide that in right there to kind of complete that leaf look. And then this one, I'm gonna break up actually and use these colors. So this orange one, maybe, maybe put the orange on this side. Yeah, that's kind of pretty. Okay. I'm gonna add this, kind of tuck it behind a little bit here. And then this one we can put here-ish maybe. I love how this is turning out. And then on the edges here, there's some scallop borders. There are fabric borders in the main kit that are gonna work perfectly with this. I'm gonna use the yellow to just tie in their yellow leotards. So I'm gonna eyeball how long I need to cut the fabric. Oh, fun. I didn't even realize this one has they come out like this. So I cut this down and I'm going to use this. And yes, it has an adhesive backing, so it makes it nice and easy. So let's see. It's a little bit long, which is okay. I'll just cut off that. Oops. All right, so there's that, and then I'm gonna cut roughly about 3 scallops. Pull this off. All right, I'm gonna add this one to this side. Oh, that's fun. I want to also layer on top of this yellow, so I want to kind of add in this soft pink. So I'm going to go ahead and cut up this fabric border. And use that. Just going to layer it on right here. I'm going to add this one over here. Oops. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Where are we on our sketch now? Is it looking like it? Sort of. Okay. There's these little strips back in here. I think for that, I'm going to use some of the little die cuts from the kit, from the main kit. Like this one would be kind of fun to add. Maybe this one. I'm just combing through, seeing which ones I want to put on there. There's a lot of fun pieces in here. Today was rough. No, this day was definitely not rough. It was a fun day for them. This was definitely an awesome experience. Let's see. Check this off the list. All right, let's kind of see what we've got here. Maybe we can add this one up here. So instead of like a little strip right here, I'm just gonna put this right here. It's kind of fun. Oh, what a day. All right, what else? Maybe we could put this one here. Put this one maybe right here. Okay, I want to get my title on there. In the main kit, there are fun foam letters that you can use for a title. I like to use a ruler to kind of line up the letters onto my page. So I'm going to use, let's see, maybe Kisses as my title. Not very creative, right? Kisses. But this kind of helps me line up the letters. Maybe right here. Oops. You can always go back and adjust later. Oops. All right. Okay, and then there's these chipboard pieces in the main kit that I kind of want to add to my layout. I don't know if there's pieces that will work with this, but I kind of want to just add them because they're so fun. Maybe these hearts and circles. I said I wasn't going to add circular elements, but this is a lot of fun. Let's see. Let's see how we can add some of these pieces. I always like to get the most use out of my kits. I try to use the pieces when I can. Some adhesive to the back of these pieces. I'm just gonna, I guess, scatter them on my layout. Maybe one over here somewhere. Over here. These are fun. Kind of off center this one a little bit. I'm using foam squares on these to create dimension too, so maybe where should I put this one? Here? Maybe this one goes here. No, use this one. Then this last one, maybe up here. And then I think it'd be fun to add some of these epoxy stickers that are also in the main kit. I love that the kits have so many pieces you can use. So I'm just gonna put random epoxy circles onto my page. This pink one here. Throw this yellow one up here. I'm gonna add just your standard roller date stamp up here, kind of just put it up in there on the top. And then last but not least, I'm gonna add some little details. This was from a previous color kit, it's the Nuvo drops, but I kind of like to add them randomly onto my page just for more dimension and color. It's really pretty. It's like an iridescent. And I think that is it for a sketch. Well, does it look alike? Let's see. Sort of. But I tried. Hopefully you guys were able to follow along. If not, feel free to play it back. Would love to see what you guys make with this sketch. We'll have it posted for you so you guys can work with it. But yeah, would love to see what you guys make. Here's this. I'll kind of do an up close on it. Anyways, thanks for following along. Have a great scrapbook weekend, everyone.